Question number 2, Gareth Hughes.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. First up, can I congratulate the Minister on the birth of his son? To the Minister of Energy and Resources, does he see New Zealand's energy future in oil and gas, exploration or renewable energy?
Speaker.
Simon Bridges.
Mr Speaker, it's not an either or. This government takes a mixed and balanced approach to our energy future. I'm motivated, of course, as the member well knows, by our economic opportunities that petroleum exploration presents, including the role gas plays in mitigating carbon emissions. But I'm also excited about our renewables future. All generation currently being built in New Zealand is renewable, as is the majority of consented generation.
Supplementary question, Gareth Hughes.
To the Minister, if that's the case, why is New Zealand ranked in the top 10 countries, according to the Fraser Institute, for policies that are favourable to oil and gas exploration, yet is ranked 39 out of 40th next to Saudi Arabia for energy policies which support renewables?
Speaker.
Honourable Simon Bridges.
Well, I don't accept that analysis. I think if you look at the figures, when we came into government 2008, 65% of electricity resources or generation came from renewables. Today that is 75%. The last quarter of 2013 was a phenomenal, wait for it, 84% from renewables. The last time it was that high was when there was a national government in 1996. So the message is clear. If you want more renewables, vote national.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Gareth Hughes.
Does the Minister agree with Eric Pyle, the Chief Executive of the Wind Energy Association, who says in New Zealand there are some subsidies and strong government support for the fossil fuel sector? In contrast, there are almost no subsidies and limited government support for the renewable sector.
Speaker,
Honourable Simon Bridges.
I share Eric Pyle's enthusiasm for wind, not the kind, I might add, that the member produces. But can I say this? Actually, we're as excited about our renewables as we are about the non-renewable sector. And let me give you a sense of our balanced and mixed approach here. Our ECA budget for the current financial year, taxpayers' money, $87 million. New Zealand Petroleum and Minerals, $18 million.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Gareth Hughes.
Well, if that's the case, will he consider shifting the $46 million in tax breaks identified for the World Wildlife Fund and the $25 million in seismic survey subsidies to investing in clean energy now, given that Petrobras is gone, Apache's left the East Coast, and now Anadarko have failed to find any oil?
Speaker.
Honourable Simon Bridges.
Well, momentum is building in petroleum exploration. We saw new players enter in 2012, 2013. I think we can be confident through the block offer process we'll see that again this year. And that's good because we want to explore all of our economic opportunities. But in relation to fossil fuel subsidy reform, the member might well be interested to know we are seen as a leader in this area at the G20, and we are also, through the APEC voluntary peer review mechanism, the first economy to voluntarily undergo that process, and will be doing so later this year. So actually we show leadership across the board in energy.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Gareth Hughes.
Has the Minister received any advice regarding the International Energy Agency's statement that we can only afford to burn 20 to 30% of already proven oil reserves if we want to save climate? And why is he intent on drilling for more oil deep off our coasts, risking our beaches?
Honourable Simon Bridges.
Well, Mr Speaker, because actually a sober analysis of what is happening around the globe makes it very clear that actually the desire and need for energy is going up. We're seeing non-renewable use, particularly coal, going up, and actually finding gas, which is what we know is present in the Great South Canterbury Basin, would be a very strong force for good, and would actually see energy and climate emissions reducing, not increasing. I think it can be part of the answer of a mixed energy portfolio, not just for New Zealand, but for Asia and the world.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Gareth Hughes.
Has the Minister seen reports from the United States Bureau of Labour which show the greener the industry, the faster the job growth? And if so, why will he not be pushing for more investment in these job-rich, clean energy industries, which the sector themselves says they're starved of attention from the Minister and the government?
Honourable Simon Bridges.
Well, that's simply not true, Mr Speaker. I mean, we are spending $46 million on bioenergy, $7 million thereabouts, I think, on the Stump to Pump project, several million further dollars through the University of Canterbury on various renewables projects. I'm very excited about those things, and as I said in a speech today, which I recommend to the member, may allay some of his concerns, we have a strong renewables future, and I do very much see that as the future.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Gareth Hughes.
Has the Minister seen the PricewaterhouseCoopers report, which says New Zealand has a $22 billion annual economic opportunity in clean energy, and will he support taking advantage of that now that his oil drilling agenda has plainly failed?
Honourable
Speaker.
Simon Bridges.
Well, that report sounds very exciting. I think we should explore all of our opportunities. It's not a case of having to do one or the other. We can explore our coastlines for non-renewables, and we can also invest and see clean tech jobs that I know the member's so passionate about.
Point of order.
Point of order, Gareth Hughes.
Mr Speaker, I seek leave to table literally thousands of submissions collected from New Zealanders asking the government to invest in a clean energy future, not risky deep-sea oil drilling.
Yeah, no, I'm reluctant to put the leave. There is a process of submissions received by which it is presented officially into this Parliament. Question number 3, John Hayes.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister